When we talk, we use our tone of voice to make a point. And when we write by hand, maybe we'll underline something or make the letters bigger. But how do you do that on a website? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. The super simple HTML tricks that let your words really speak.
So, have you ever been on a website and wondered how they make some text just pop out of you, or how they get other words to kind of lean in with italics? It's everywhere, right? Well, it's not some kind of web design magic. It's actually the basic language of the web, HTML, doing its thing. And the best part? It's way easier to learn than you might think.
Okay, so the secret to all of this is something called a tag. The easiest way to think about it is like you're making a sandwich. Seriously, you've got your opening tag, that's your first slice of bread. Then you stick your content, your text, right in the middle. And to finish it off, you have to add that closing tag, the other slice of bread. That completes the whole instruction for the browser.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with the absolute essentials. Think of these as the core tools in your new toolkit, the ones you'll be reaching for all the time.
Okay, check this out. It really is this simple. Want to make text bold? You just wrap it in these little BO tags. For italics, you guessed it, IO tags. And for an underline, yep, it's US tags. You can see right here, the code is on the left and boom, the result is on the right. It's so direct, what you see is what you get.
But of course, making text stand out isn't just about bold or italics. Sometimes you need to mess with the size or the style in other ways. So let's build on those basics and see what else we can do.
So here's where we can get a little more creative. The big tag does exactly what it sounds like. It makes your text a bit larger. And, no surprise, small does the exact opposite. Now the del tag is pretty cool. It puts that strike-through line right through your text. This is perfect for showing like an old price that's been updated or for marking an idea as no longer relevant.
Okay, let's get into the more specialized stuff. These are the kinds of tags you might not use every day, but when you need them, they're lifesavers. We're talking about things for scientific formulas, math equations, or just for making a specific piece of info really jump out.
And this is a perfect example of why those special tags matter. Look at subscript, that's the subtag. It drops the text just a little bit below the main line. You absolutely need this for something like the 2 in H2O. Then you have superscript, using this sup tag, which does the opposite. It lifts the text up, like the little 2 in x squared. It's all about putting things in exactly the right place.
And here are a couple more really useful tools for your kit. First up is the T tag. This gives you monospace text. All that means is that every single character, whether it's an I or a W, takes up the exact same amount of space. Kind of gives it that old-school typewriter or computer code vibe. And then there's the mark tag, which is super straightforward. It slaps a bright yellow highlight on your text, just like a real highlighter.
But wait, here's a little pro tip for you, and this is a good one. You are not stuck with that default yellow highlight. No, by adding a little something called a style attribute right inside that opening mark tag, you can change the color to literally anything you want. We're showing light green here, but seriously, the sky's the limit.
Okay, listen up. We've gone through a bunch of really cool tags, but if there's one thing you take away from all of this, just one, make it this next part. This is the golden rule. Getting this right will save you from so much frustration. This quote really hits the nail on the head. If you forget to add a closing tag, that formatting instruction doesn't just stop where you wanted it to, it cascades. Think of it like a waterfall. It just keeps flowing and flowing, affecting everything downstream in your document. Let me show you exactly what that looks like, because it can get messy.
All right, so here's the problem in action. See this code? We've opened a bold tag, the B tag, right at the beginning. But, oops, we forgot to close it. And look at the result. Everything that comes after it is now bold, whether we wanted it to be or not. This is that cascade effect, and it's a super common mistake that can make your page look like a total mess.
And now, the solution. And you'll see, it's so simple. All we did was add that one little closing BR tag right where the bold text was supposed to end. And just like that, everything's fixed. The cascade is stopped, and the rest of our text goes back to looking normal. This is it. This is the rule. Every tag you open, you must close.
So, let's do a quick flyby of everything we've covered. You are now officially equipped with a whole new formatting toolkit. You've got your basics for emphasis, bold, italic, underline. You've got tools to play with size and style.
And you've even got those special tags for tricky placements and highlighting. These are your new building blocks for the web.
Because at the end of the day, what we've really been talking about isn't just a bunch of code. It's about communication. Every single one of these tags is a way for you to add tone, to add meaning, to guide your reader's eye, and to make your message land with real impact. So now that you have the tools, the big question is, what are you going to make your text say?